Hello, 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 my fellow Game Warriors. My name is TheGameWarrior, and right now, guys, I would like to welcome you all to another Final Thought Friday. Even though I'm pretty sure this is going to be posted up on Saturday, this Friday I am going to have something extra to do at school. It is a Harlem Wizards game. If you have not heard of them, they're a basketball team. Very similar to the Harlem Globetrotters. It's trick shots, it's dunks, and it's everything else. So the chances of me being able to post this video on Friday or up by Friday are very low, but if this is a Saturday, then this is going to be a Final Thought Saturday. For once. But this here is a series of mine where I really try to talk about the topics that aren't suited for an average, everyday commentary. You know, the big life events, you know, the key important things that are going on. Some of my previous topics have included gun control, a good video about that, and the keys to success, as spoken by Arnold Schwarzenegger and some other people. The keys to success for your life, and you know how to really succeed. And I really encourage you guys to go and check those out. But now, as I sat down this week and really tried to determine the topic that I would be covering in today's Final Thought Friday, one thing in particular really seemed to jump out at me. I saw quite a few other commentators do a commentary about this. I've watched a few of them, but I always see them on my news feed. But that is the topic of North Korea and its leader Kim Jong-un. And now, for anyone really not living under a rock somewhere in the mountains, then you definitely have heard of what is going on between the United States and North Korea. And if you haven't, then this commentary obviously isn't for you. But for the past few weeks now, tension has been building and building and building between the United States and North Korea. In the media and in the nation's governments, and everyone else basically is saying North Korea is going to start a war. And no longer is it really like it has been in the past. You know, are they actually going to start a war? Are they actually going to do something stupid that's going to make us bomb them? But now the media and the governments of the world aren't really saying, are they going to start a war, but when are they going to start it? And now, even though I am a full-blooded American, I'm down here in southern Indiana, from the south, there's definitely other people, of my subscribers. Many of my subscribers are not only here in America, but in other parts of the world. For my demographics, I can see you're from Canada, you're from Mexico, I'm from France, Germany, and just the UK, and basically everywhere else in the world. I have a lot of subscribers from different places, and I'm glad for that, so thank you guys. But in the end, if North Korea does decide to do anything, it is going to affect all of the United States in some way, shape, or form, and it is going to affect basically the world as a whole, whether it be in a financial worry on the world's already struggling economy, or, something else. And yes, I do have a little note here. I am going to get out and get ready. But, whether that be the toll on our struggling economy, or your and my country being forced to send over troops to deal with the situation. Right now, North Korea can fire missiles and hit targets in 3 places, basically, which is our worry for America, and that is the United States, and the parts of the United States really isn't in trouble, but the 3 places are South Korea, we have a lot of troops there, Japan, we have a lot of troops there, and I believe Guam is the 3rd one. Plus, they have a standing military number, that is decently substantial. I'm not promoting their military or anything, but they do have a little bit of a military behind them. Now, with my whole thing is, I really don't want to get into too much of a rant here, but it is actually finally time that the world has to address the problems of the squabbling little country of North Korea. For decades now, North Korea and its government have thrown more temper tantrums than a child that has a mother that is denying them a toy from Walmart, and you know it's true. When Kim Jong-il, I don't know how you pronounce his name, died a while back, there was hope that his son would be a better leader, that looked for more cooperation. I bipartisanship. It would be more between his own country, but cooperation between him and South Korea, and basically its neighbors in Asia and over on that side of the world. But instead, the country received a really spoiled child. That's how how I feel he was raised. He wasn't competent enough to run a tea shop, let alone a whole country. In an effort to make, North Korea be noticed, North Korea has bolstered its military for decades. They've bolstered their military might by creating a large, yet hollow military force that can be compared to a teenage boy shouting over the internet that I'm going to come to your house and beat you up. However, what both parties, North Korea and that teenage boy threatening to come to your house and beat you up, have even more in common is that they have no idea what they are going to do when someone calls their bluff and asks them to go ahead and try it. As North Korea bolsters its military might, they stand by and leave their people to starve in the streets. North Korea is one of the countries with one of the highest poverty rates. For too long now, North Korea has acted like the bully on the block that was always threatening to steal your lunch money. For the longest time, North Korea had the support of Russia and China. They were behind them, and they used them kind of as their cronies, although China and Russia aren't really anyone's cronies, but in a sense, that's what they were. But now, Russia has really decided that a war with America is a war they would rather not have, and China would rather keep on selling hundreds of millions of dollars worth of lead-painted toys and mislabeled food to our livid buyers than side with the child of a dictator that looks more like he would rather be eating pizza than leading a country. Now, though, North Korea is facing a realization that the world is finally being able to look past its buddies of China and Russia and see the bully, the bully of Asia, the bully of whatever, to be what it really actually is, which is just kind of like a child crying out that he could still take us. That is how North Korea is. Let's face it, Kim Jong-un is looking for attention similar to how a crack addict wants their next fix. He craves attention. He wants his country to be noticed. Even though they can't do anything, he wants them to be noticed. He is taking a page out of Iran's playbook and is threatening a nuclear holocaust against America and its allies. They're threatening to take over South Korea and the world. But that's not going to happen. And let me just say it. North Korea has as much of a chance of taking on the combined forces of the United States, South Korea, Japan, the UK, France, and any of our other allies, as I have of getting President Obama to let me borrow his limo for prom. Both things, sound like a good idea, but neither one of them are going to happen. If North Korea attacks the United States or South Korea or Japan or Guam or basically anywhere else, at any point, their country is not going to be around for much longer. Them attacking us is as foolish as Aquaman trying to beat up Superman. It just really is going to work out too well for them. Right now, as North Korea sits on top of the world stage, they're going to have to do some serious thinking to do before they decide whether to attack us or not. If they do attack, and you may disagree with me with this, but if they do attack, they better make sure it is a damn good attack. For one, if they don't take out each and every soldier that the U.S. and its allies have, then it would be best for them not to attack at all. If they don't annihilate us with a single strike, then in the long run, and in the short term, they're basically going to be just devastated beyond belief. Of course, this is just my opinion on North Korea. I could be wrong. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, if you did enjoy my thoughts on this, definitely leave it a like, and if you are not subscribed to me already, definitely drop a subscribe in the subscription box. I don't know what you call it. I don't know. Definitely subscribe. How about that? And come back to view more of my content. On Monday, I'm going to be posting a Mail Monday talking about Call of Duty in general from questions I have. And on Tuesday, I'm going to start posting the DLC Uprising content, including Mob of the Dead, which I'm really looking forward to. But for now, guys, comment, rate, subscribe. But most importantly, I hope each and every one of you have a very good day.
Operation complete. Nice job, grunts.
Holy cow. 76? That's all?